Facebook, YouTube, Matt Gentile here, personal trainer, masseur, and nutritionist. I am here to talk about today's topic when it comes to fitness, and it will be building muscle on the vegetarian diet, vegan diet, raw food diet. Is it possible? How strong can you get? And, what foods can I eat? Well, that's a long topic, and I'm going to tell you today that basically, you can build muscle so much easier on a vegetarian diet because your body is receiving a higher water content in the foods. If you look at tofu versus chicken, all right, you pick them both up, you feel that the tofu is actually lighter, fluffier, softer, has more carbs, has more water. Chicken. Okay, so you pick up the chicken. It's denser. It smells a little. It could have more parasites growing on it. And it's denser. It's heavier. Then you got tofu. It's lighter, fluffier. Okay, the difference is that the tofu got a higher water content. Carbohydrates. It's got like 20 or 30 carbs as opposed to chicken, which has 0 carbs. All right, so that goes through the system. You eat it. Not to mention your mental state. You feel better eating the tofu. You should. You're being a little more sensitive to the planet. And hey, why not? Eat the tofu, get results. We're both happy. It's a win-win situation, So basically, you eat the chicken. Well, I used to eat chicken myself, and I used to eat meat myself. You actually start feeling tired because of the low water content. You could be, breaking out with some zits here and there because of it could either be from the fact that it lowers your pH and makes your body actually become more acidic, or it could be the hormones in the chicken. And if you're lucky enough to buy the chicken without the hormones, well, good luck on your pocketbook. But those are kinds of the things that happen with chicken. If you eat the chicken, you actually get a little more sluggish because you have less water. And when your body becomes more thirsty, more acidic. So you eat the tofu. You don't get quite as tired because of the fact that you have a higher water content. And by having a higher water content, it keeps your stamina up. Therefore, you can work out longer and you become less acidic. Therefore, you need less water from an outside source. And you won't be taking those afternoon naps that I used to enjoy so much. But don't have the time for it anymore. Okay, so those are the differences between the tofu and the chicken. A couple differences there. Now, if you want to take it a step further from the tofu to the raw food, you go with maybe some spinach or kale. If you want to go with something a little denser, and that the spinach and kale versus the tofu, well, the spinach and the kale is going to have a higher quantity of vitamin C since it's live, and it's going to actually move through the system even more or keep you satiated longer because of the fiber content. And also if you want to mix in maybe some nuts and seeds, some almonds or some sunflower seeds, that can be your heavier source of food if you're just coming off of a heavier vegetarian diet and you want to switch to even a more optimal diet, which is even the raw vegan route. Just remember, take it in steps, folks. It's always in steps. Rome wasn't built in a day. And basically I went from, the meat diet and all that and the supplements as I journeyed further into more excellent health. I kept on taking steps. And I jumped pretty quick because I was always into fitness and dieting anyways. And so it wasn't too hard for me, but some of you might be a little bit slower, and that's fine. As long as you take your steps and you feel better and better and you feel more and more energetic, that is the key. And you won't be getting all that cholesterol from the meat, which actually causes you to get more tired and more blocked up. So then you can basically build more muscle because of the fact is that your energy increases. Therefore, your pH stays higher. Therefore, you become more alkaline. You become happier. You actually glow more. And me, I'm a raw foodist now, and I got the muscle. So it's pretty much it's easy to do as long as you're determined to work out and stay disciplined to keep on top of it. It's just discipline. Working out, you can't build muscle without working out. You might be able to maintain it pretty well on a raw food diet, but it's harder and harder to maintain as you exercise less and less. The more you work out, the more muscle you acquire. The more you're into a higher water-based fruit and veggie diet, the more stamina, the more energy you get. Simple as that. And there you have it, folks. Matt Gentile, MatthewGentile.com, saying hello, good night, and gain some energy.